Hi everyone, welcome to Accelerate Your Life 2020 and Beyond. My name is Fadwa. I have a special segment for you here today. This is a special segment to all the parents out there. To all the parents out there who are stressing and worrying and whether they should take the kids to school, what should they do? My child is going to school in September. I don't know what to do. I want to take my kid to school. Oh no, I want to keep them at home. Maybe I should just not even let them take the bus, maybe they can walk to school, maybe they can stay home and take on the the distancing learning. I don't want my kids to be isolated. I want my kids to stay active. There's all these questions and concerns and the conversation around our children going back to school in September. 2020 is just unbelievable year, and it's one of those years that will will never forget it. It will be one of those years that I will never forget. Now, with complications and stress, there's always what? Calmness. There's always relief. And I'm here to relieve that concern. I'm here to bring that calm to that chaotic mind. How about that? So I'm here to share some information with you. I'm a parent of 2 children. I have my daughter who is in, grade 11, going to grade 11 this September, and my son is going to grade 6. So basically 2 different, elementary and high school, and the needs of their transportation, the school, and everything else is completely different, because they're in 2 different, not only schools, but grades. So I'll explain and share some of the information with you, and I hope I'll be able to clarify some of the questions majority of you have. All right. So I went into the STSWR website. And by the way, a quick disclaimer, I am not speaking on behalf of the school board. Neither am I speaking on behalf of the Student Transportation Services of Waterloo, STSWR. Okay, that's just me as Fadwa, as a mother, as a parent, coming in and sharing this information. It's a parent-to-parent information. Okay, I hope you'll be able to get some good information. All right, now to the parents who have registered their children. Okay, I love this website. STSWR has if you haven't checked out their website, please do. Okay, my daughter, she has registered automatically. She gets all the information, any updates. Okay, so I suggest to all the parents, if you don't have an account, go to the website STSWR. I put in the link there, and click on the link, and you'll be able to access the information I'm sharing with you as well. So go in, create an account. Actually, create an account today. Once you create the account, you have the information, the login information, okay? So when you go back on Monday, okay, you go back on Monday. Today is a weekend. I'm doing this so you get this information before Monday. So come Monday, the STSWR website will be accessible to all the parents, okay? As long as you have an account, as long as you have created an account, you'll be actually able to log into your account, and guess what? Yes, you will be able to add each one of your children. Each one of your children. So you will say add student, and you'll be able to add each student or each child individually into that account. And what you're doing is you're setting up an account for that child. Guess what? You will have all the information you need for your bus transportation. And this is for those children taking the school bus, okay? If your child is not taking the school bus, then this information may not be relevant for you. But this is for children taking the school bus, because you want to know the schedule and the times and everything else, and notifications if there's any delays or cancellations. Okay, so I highly recommend to parents who have not set up an account, create it. It's free. And then come Monday, that's when you'll have all the access. Add each student, and once you add each student, you'll have all the information. Okay, I know that's the number one question a lot of parents have. When is my child being picked up? Where would my child be picked up? That's the biggest question parents have, and that question will be answered once you log into the account and register your child. The information that you need for all the parents, if you have a child who is in grade 1 to grade 12, on their report card, you will see Ontario Education Number. Ontario Education Number, the OEN number. That's the number you will need to register your child. When you're adding your child, that's the information you need. So make sure you have your report card, and it's the same throughout the year. It never changes. Every year it's the same. It's that special number that each child gets. It's unique to them. Okay? So you use that, you enter their date of birth, your address, as well as the school they're attending. Once you save that information, you'll have everything. If you have more than one child, just do the same thing for each child, and the information is saved. And guess what? Once you do that, you will have access for each child, their bus times, their pickup locations, drop off and drop off from school and to school. All that information will be there, and more than that. Actually, I looked at my daughters, and there was more information there, and you can actually see if your contact details are the same, and if you need to change, you're not able to make any changes there. It's just for your information. You'll have to contact the school to update any information. So it's a great time to check your contact details, the address, everything. Make sure that it's up to date. For the parents who have JK and SK, kindergarten, they don't have the OEN number. So what you'll do is watch out for any mail in the next coming days. Usually the STSWR will mail out students. I remember my kids, when they were younger, that age, we used to get a letter from the bus transportation services, and we'll see. So make sure you keep an eye on that. That's why I'm saying make sure your address is up to date. Call the school, confirm that's the address you have. Okay. All right. So we've gone over the transportation. If you have not received any letter for your kindergarten, JK and SK, 2 business days prior to the school day opening, contact the school. Make sure your address is up to date, and you can also call the STSWR to confirm the information as well. Okay. The link will all be posted in the description box as well. All right. Now, I wanted to mention this as well. If the parents who are not comfortable, and I'm going to be going over the transportation now, kids going onto the bus and opting in and out, okay? For the parents who are not comfortable for their children to go on the bus, there's options. I know that I've met quite a few parents who said, I don't want my kid getting on the bus. I'll take them to school, or they will still go to school, but I don't want them to get on the bus. Well, if that's the option, STSWR collaborates with the school as well. So find out. You can actually go into the website. You can actually find out from the school. They have pathways that children take. They have this program called Routing Map, a walk zone. And what happens is they pair up the children. There's some schools actually do that. They have a walk zone. So you can actually call even STSWR and find out, or the school. They'll be able to tell you if they have that program as well. And they also have Drive to 5 maps. So STSWR also has that. You can be able to access it on the website. It's showing you free parking, okay, free parking options, not too far from school, but not too close as well, because we're trying to avoid congestion within the area. A lot of kids within that area, we want to make sure they're all safe. It's recommended to have your kids walk to school if you don't want them to take the bus, ride, or take the bus. Carpooling might be an option if it's kids coming from the same family members or living together. All right. Now, the second part of the transportation, I know this is the biggest question I know most parents ask, is opting out my child from the bus. I don't want my child to take the bus. What do I do? Well, there is a form, and it's highly recommended, and I highly recommend as well, if you're not taking your child on that bus, please go to the STSWR website. There is a form that you can fill. It says opt out of transportation. Fill that form, and there is partial either you want them to just take half, so either in the morning or PM. So you select either or you don't want them completely to take the bus. Please make sure, especially if you're opting them out completely from the bus, make sure you fill that up. That way you give more space to the other parents' children. Okay, so we're all community, we're all working together. So you can do that. Now, at any time, at any given time, you want to change that and you want your child to use the transportation, what you need to do is you go back to the same form, and at the bottom of that form, it says opt in. Make sure you fill that up. Selection, whatever selection you had selected, it won't matter. You just put it in, opting in. You want your child to go back to the bus and then send it back to STSWR, and they will put your child or children back into the system and they'll be able to take the bus. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the sitting. Now, as far as the sitting is concerned, JK and SK is like always, they always sat in front of the front seats of the bus. Prior to COVID, the seats behind the driver, students used to sit in there. Now with COVID, nobody's sitting behind the driver. So the JKs and the SKs will be sitting in the front. If they have siblings who are on the same bus and they have siblings, they'll be sitting on the same seat. So they'll put the siblings together, okay, which is great. Giving space, and you're giving more space to the other family members, other students actually. So that's what's going to happen. As far as I know, it's 3 students per seat. 3 students per seat, and that's from JK to grade 6. 3 students per seat. The bus sits, I think, about 70 students, if I'm not wrong. As far as middle school, grade 7 and 8, it's 2 students per seat. 2 students per seat. And then high schoolers is 1 student per seat. I know this changes when it comes to the smaller buses and wheelchair accessible buses, as well as taxis for elementary and high schools. Please refer to the link below that I'll share, and you'll be able to see all the seating plans for that as well. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out here. Okay, so the biggest confusion also, apart from the seating plan and the opting out, is the high schoolers. Well, there's a couple of things you need to know. And this is where you get the information. Once you create an account and you add your students, guess what? All the information is there. And you're just a day away from it to get all that information. So no need to stress parents, okay? All the information is there. You'll be able to know your high school students, because I know they'll be taking different programs, and it's a half day. Yes, it's a half day. I had a parent who asked me, who's my neighbor, she's like, so what? I said, you know what? It's half day. That's what I saw online. It says 1 o'clock, they'll be done. High schoolers, but the bus brings them, right? Brings them back to the address that you have on the list. But let me tell you, they have divided the high schoolers into 2. So you have group A and group B. And what happens is, apart from the first week of school, we only have 4 days of the first week of the school. So you have group A coming in 2 days and group B coming in 2 days. So group A comes in 2 days, they're in 2 days, and they're out 2 days. So when they're in 2 days, group A, that means what? Group B is out the first 2 days. Okay? I hope I won't confuse you. And the link will be there for you to see the schedule as well. So group A comes in 2 days, group B comes in the following 2 days. So it's the Tuesday, Wednesday, group A, Thursday, Friday, group B. So basically 2 days in, 2 days out. And for group B will be 2 days out, 2 days in. And then the following week, group B comes to school, okay? Before, the first week was group A. So group B comes in the second week, and they go in 3 days in, 2 days out. Group B goes 3 days in, 2 days out. Meaning what? When they're in 3 days, it means what? Group A is off 3 days. They're off. Okay? And then when they're out, group B is out the Thursday, Friday, group A comes in. So when group B is in 3 days, group A comes in 2 days. And then they flip. The following week, group A comes in 3 days, group B comes 2 days. So they're always flipping. So the following week again, it's 3 days and 2 days. The following group comes in the following week, 3 days and 2 days. So it's always 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, unless it's a holiday. All right. I hope I didn't confuse you. Beginning, I got confused when I explained to my daughter. I said, "Did you see this on the website?" So please take a look, and you will get all the clarification once you have created an account, and you'll be able to see all that information there as well. Okay. So they're half days. High schoolers are half days, and the buses as well. It will be based on what group they'll be in as well. So make sure, please register them to cut off the confusion. Okay, so that's for high schoolers, and they'll be sitting one person per chair, on the chair, on the bench, or on the seat. Okay, that was that. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything for high schoolers. I know with the seating plans, for apart from siblings, I know there are also seating students who are in the same class. Okay, so instead of kids from grade 5 and grade 6 sitting together, they're not doing any of that anymore. And they have a pre-planned seating arrangement. I'm telling you, this is like coordinated between the region, the school board, the student transportation services, and the Health Canada. They have coordinated and collaborated in making sure that, and Health Canada has made it mandatory for the seating plan. Okay, and there's reasons behind that. That's why it's encouraged. If your child is not taking the bus, please inform the student transportation services so they can take the child off the seat. That way, at least the seating plan goes into place, becomes efficient, right? That's what they're hoping for. As far as the school board, you have Catholic School Board and Waterloo District School Board. Sometimes they differ in some of the stuff they do. I know with the masks, Waterloo District School Board, masks are mandatory for all children. So please start, helping your children, especially the young ones, to get used to it, because it is mandatory from JK, to grade 12. The younger ones, JK to grade 3 is going to be a little bit difficult. Please start, let them start practicing, let them start getting used to it. It's going to be difficult to have young kids with their masks on, but you want to make sure you prepare them. So do the best you can to get them, on that path so they're comfortable once they get to school. What the Catholic District School Board, from JK to grade 3, masks are not mandatory. However, it's recommended. So if you have your children and you're able to help them with the masks. I know some of the kids, my neighbors, they go to Catholic School Board, and they said they've started, practicing. The children have started putting on masks so it can be a little bit easier for them. So that's optional. It's recommended, but it's optional. But it's mandatory from grade 4 to 12. The bus drivers, of course, will be wearing their masks. If for any instance your child goes on the bus and they don't have a mask, it's not the end of the world. The bus driver, usually they will have masks on board, but the school board is not providing masks. So please make sure you have plenty at home, because you remember winter, what happens? Kids have their mittens on, one comes in, the other one is gone, missing. Okay, you end up buying 10 and just keep it there. If one pair goes, the other one is there, right? So just think like that. Just make sure you have enough masks at home for your children. It's recommended for children before they leave, students, to wash their hands and disinfect. And when they get on the bus, there will be a disinfectant. Students will be able to use it. Okay. In terms of cleaning, I had one parent who actually asked me, she's like, what are we going to do? Are they going to be cleaning the buses? Guess what? I went on the website and I checked it. So actually it's there. They said the STSWR, on their website, they said they will be cleaning the high touch areas. So the doorknobs, the handles, the chairs where the kids will be sitting, they will be wiped down every time the driver, as soon as he drops off the students at school, before they go pick up other students, they will be wiping it off. Okay, with the disinfectant wipes. And then once a day, so once all the kids maybe are dropped off, then the buses will be thoroughly cleaned and disinfected. So you have not to worry about that. And then I know Health Canada has, STSWR has also mentioned here that Health Canada is very, very, they want everything to be followed to a T. So they want a proper disinfectant with a proper DIN number to be used for cleaning as well. Okay, so I hope I didn't forget anything. Please check out the website. There will be a link below. The STSWR, as far as the district school board, find out which, you are, district school board or Catholic. Find out what other new measures they'll be doing or taking, or policies and procedures that are out there in place, because I know the school board is different and how they do things. So check it out depending on what your child is attending. And guess what? To make just things simple and less stress, register your child. Go onto their website, create an account. If you have an account already, perfect. And you remember the password, I'm sure you can reset your password. Perfect. Just wait until Monday and you'll be able to access the information. Just use the same information. But if you're subscribing to the STSWR website, you're creating an account, please do so. Then on Monday, as of September the 24th, the website is open. You'll be able to access all the information of your students. Do so. And all this I've just talked to you about, the bus times, the schedule, the notifications, all that will be there. And you don't have to stress and you don't have to worry. Okay? I hope the information I was able to provide you is of great assistance. And you know what? I'm just a parent like you. I am worried. I have my 2 kids and I'm worried. And you know what? I have a concern too. I have my own concerns. But I just wanted to bring this to light and just help you, get a little bit of clarification in terms of either it's sitting or even if anything you can take from this, register your child. Just create an account, register your child, add your child into the account, the website, and all your answers will be there. Okay, you will know your bus times, you'll know the pickup times, you will know if there's any changes, you will know, especially the high schoolers as well, you will know. So if there's anything out of this you would gain, pick that up and just do that one thing and everything else will fall into place. Okay, well, I really hope you stay well, you and your family and your families and your children stay well, healthy and safe. And please remember, try to, as much as you can, encourage your children to wash their hands. Make sure that they're starting to get the handle on the masks, because it's something that they're going to start putting on a daily basis now, every day. So just help them with that. I know these schools that have a program where you can actually walk to school. Please find that information. The link will be there on the description box. Get the information, get your answers. You have another week and a half to contact the school. You know what? This is the best time to get in touch with your school. Talk to your school, talk to them, get the answers that you need. If anything to do with transportation, call STSWR. If it's anything to do with your kids at school and you want to know, talk to them. They're there for you and they'll answer all your questions. As for me, I think I'm done here for today. Remember, no need to stress. We just need to educate ourselves and get the answers. And if anything, the questions and the answers are always there for us. So guess what? I wish you all a happy, healthy, successful school year. Who knows what 2020 will bring? It's just around the corner. Let's hope for the best. Take care, everyone. My name is Fadu. Accelerate Your Life 2020 and beyond. Parents, I am here for you. Any questions, any comments, any feedback, please write it up. Share this video to all the parents. And by the way, this is for the KW, Kitchener Waterloo region and the neighborhood. Send it to everybody who you know within the region. As far as outside, I am not sure. Please visit your school boards and you'll be able to get all your clarifications from there. Till then, take care and stay well.